Tristan does it. Who's going to get this? The ball goes up. It's not enough. Late. This is so close. Ooh, good shot, headshot. Carrington spray down, doesn't quite get it, he's out.
Everyone, and welcome to another stream of FT Nexus After Dark. Welcome to the stream, welcome to all the viewers and to our players here tonight. We have some pretty impressive matches heading up in the next few minutes. We're going to be starting with Tristan and Matt, which has been bangers throughout. JD, welcome to the stream.
I'm glad to be here, Triton. Week 3. It's all just blasting by. Like, I feel like we just started this project like not even a couple days ago, and yeah, we are, you know, about what, the 4th stream, I'd say. I think we've done, I think this is the 4th one now, if I'm not mistaken, or 5th one.
Stream.
Is it only the 3rd?
Yes.
No, it feels a lot longer than that, my God. No, well, happy to be here. We got a good cracker game starting off tonight's games, and you know, don't blink and you'll miss it. It could be over in a minute. It could take 20 minutes for all we know. I feel like if it takes 20 minutes for you to take down first tower, I think maybe just quit the tournament there. But yeah.
So mean.
No, no, I'm terrible. Yeah, but we're going to get into this one. Just for those of you who obviously don't know the rules, we're just going to run it by you every stream just to make sure everyone knows what's going on, what the rules are, how the people win. So very typically how it works is the first to 2 kills. So champions that can help with that. First to 100 farm, which I don't think we've seen once, Try. I think the closest we came was like the 60 farm, and that was the mirror match, and that was even a show match. It wasn't even part of the actual, the full game.
Death by 1,000 balloons will get you halfway to 100 for sure. But as you say, yeah, we've seen a couple exciting kills. Both Matt's kills have been so close to the 1 minute mark. So we're looking forward to tonight. See if Tristan can hold him at bay for a little bit longer than 1 minute 10 seconds that we've seen the last 2 matches out of Matt. So what I'm really looking forward to seeing here tonight, we've got some interesting matches. Sure, a little bit more of the even split. Damien versus Andrew after this match, MQ versus Hendrik a little bit later. But I'm looking to see how the meta, as it were, has changed. We're in our third night,
100%.
Third stream, and we've already seen quite a bit of diversity in picks. But I think primarily we've been seeing a lot of risky picks from the guys who are a little bit more confident.
Oh yeah, well, the risky picks are the ones that you got to watch out for, especially when it gets to like the top 2 players or top 4 players. I'd say the ones that are favorited to win. You're gonna have to pull out some risky picks. They're gonna, your opponents are gonna know what sort of champions you're comfortable with, how the style that you like to play, what your victory sort of scenario is. If you are a person that likes to go for kills, you are the person that likes to go for the tower or the farm. They will know what you like to do, and then they'll obviously counter that, choose a champion that's good against that sort of scenario. And yeah, it's just as you say, we spoke about this I think in the first or second stream, Try, that we're gonna see a bit of a meta shift. We're gonna see a bit of a change as it goes on. Like for instance, we had one volley bear picked, and then poof, we've never seen a volley bear again because it has been pretty much banned every game. That's the thing. It's been absolutely just disappeared from the champion pool just out of necessity because of just how strong and how dominant it was. I'm still surprised we got to see a Bard last time. And I think we had the most games with the first tower destruction. So maybe, because we first saw it obviously getting kills. I think we all expected that to happen, that it was going to go be a kill game first. But now you can see it shifted. Now it's like get a kill and then just immediately push the tower. And that's how they're getting these wins. I feel like the modern towers in ARAM, the modern towers in League of Legends the first ones are a bit weaker than what we're used to seeing, back in 2012, 2013.
With
now they are exactly the tower plates, and I think there was a situation where they got like extra armor every time the tower plate went down. I don't think ARAM had the tower plates, but anyways, I'm getting sidetracked over here.
It feels like it used to be there because towers just go down so quickly. And you're absolutely right. We had so many of the tower kills, and I think that's the adaptation of the meta, where players started realizing that if they played a little bit more safe, they could go for the towers. They could push creep waves. And on that note, we're actually going to go live into our next game now. So we've got Tristan versus Matt, Limo versus... I actually forget what Matt's game tag is. But super keen to see what they go into playing and picking here today, because there is no bans from either team member over here.
Okay, a little bit of ego showing here from both players. They want to see what they want to go for. No bans come across, so we could even see a double Bard. It is a blind pick. Mirror matches can happen, but we'll just have to see what other player does feel like playing. They've just showed their cards here. They're saying, you can throw anything at me and I'll absolutely take it. That's what they have shown here. And it's just, I don't know, Try, what do you think is going to come out of this? Where do you see Tristan and Matt playing? Zahen.
I didn't see any of these picks. Zahen,
Nope.
I think, is not truly surprising, just because he's not overwhelming, but he's a good pick. He's fairly new, still a little bit busted, maybe. I don't know about that. But the Vayne, I don't know about the Vayne pick. The Vayne we saw when we were doing the trials for this tournament, and there it's moved off of the hover. Because during the trials, the Vayne just disappeared. And I'm very happy to see 1v1 Queen Camille. This, I'm sorry, this is a guaranteed ban after this game. I don't care how well Tristan does. Camille's terrifying.
It depends on how good he is in this Zahen's. Zahen's pretty strong. Think of like old Aatrox with the revival of his ulti and everything like that. Lots of damage, lots of sustain as well. He's got natural like Omnivamp, I believe, built into his kit. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, I'd like to see the Camille do well here. I do think it should. It's a 1v1 champ. It's a 1v1 beast. But then you think of the other reasons. It has no push potential whatsoever. It has no creep potential. And the only reason I see Camille winning this is getting a kill and pushing the tower, maybe, or getting the both kills and finishing the game. But I'm interested to see how Lima deals with the Zahen. We haven't seen a Zahen yet, I think, in the tournament, so this is the first time on both of these champions, but I think we're going to have first times quite a lot until we're like deep into the tournament. So we don't know what to expect here, and I don't think either player knows what to expect here. Camille is a brilliant pick. It really is. It makes perfect sense. Yep, that 50 damage coming out, and is actually going to go for it. Oh, actually even returns back, and Lima is trying to play here. And he is not having it whatsoever. He's actually almost dead at level 3. This has barely begun. And it's already broken down. Lima is actually very low. And he already goes down. And the Camille showing you the strength and absolutely decimating Zahen.
Yeah, the absolute lack of respect of Tristan going into that fight, really thinking that maybe he could take it, and then just committing once he realized he'd over-committed. The Camille, Matt, finally getting his sub-1 minute kill there, though. Tristan goes down on the record, unfortunately, not a record you want to hold as the fastest first blood in this tournament, but he's not out yet. Still has another death, potentially.
Yeah, I think Tristan wanted to see what Matt wanted to do, was just playing around, just trying to give him like, I don't know if I can equivalent this to like a UFC fight. You know, when they go for the fist bump, but then the person goes for the kick instead of the fist bump.
Pretty much,
like
yes.
That's what I feel like just happened, yeah. But it's the game's the game. You can't complain. Camille takes the first kill, and the terrible part about that is there's no more extra items for Zahen. The kill is way too early to really warrant anything, and they're just slapping each other around. Tristan taking so much damage. That double Q buffer absolutely decimating his health bar.
Yeah, and I think this is what I just said. It doesn't matter how well Tristan plays here. We're going to see a Camille ban in the next games. Camille is just so good, usually in that top lane by herself, for the exact reasons we're seeing here. Gets the adaptive shielding against the enemy player and goes for the jump. Doesn't quite get there. That could have been something. Maybe potentially for Tristan.
Honestly, thought the tower was going to do something, yeah, but Tristan under a lot of pressure right now. This tower is going to get absolutely melted. He is going to play safe. He has to play safe. I don't see a world in where he can really beat this Camille in a 1v1, especially with it being Matt, one of the favorites of the tournament. And goes for a little bit of an oopsie there. Actually takes a lot of tower damage. Lima can go for this. He can really fight it. The Conqueror does get buffed. He does have the ult. The ult comes through. Doesn't really do much. And the payback is in. Tristan levels the scoreline.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first time someone has bloodied Matt at this tournament. Matt's so confidently...
Is that really his first death?
That's his first death, yeah. He took out his previous opponents, just one-tapped them on the tower without any issue. And I have a feeling he's going to do exactly the same thing here, as Tristan's very far from tower. Any escape, and he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Yeah, he cannot give Camille free roam. The reason he won that fight was because he took, I think, about 2 or 3 tower shots there that helped him a lot in that fight, and he still was relatively close. Even though, considering that does miss his jump, will be able to walk out of that one is Tristan, but he wants to go for this fight. He's taking so much damage. This is not good. He's going to take the heal here, but it's not going to mean much. The Camille, giving him the respect, does end up going for the flash to get out of the situation. But still, that health bar is low. Camille looks feisty, and Tristan in a world of pain.
Yeah, I don't see a world where the Camille tower dives right now, just because maybe a little bit too soon after that last death. But Tristan coming out with a little bit of discipline there, disengaging that fight very tactfully, if I might say, knowing exactly that he didn't want to really be there anymore.
No, exactly that. Tactically flashing out of there, but I feel like the Camille can still tower dive, and yeah, like he can do so much damage. Does get the hook off, doesn't really do much, but It's all about the follow-up damage, and he's actually going to go for the fight here. He can get the second proc of the Q, but ends up rather taking a lot of damage there. He does have health packs waiting for him in the back. They're taking so much damage. I feel like one more E-hook combo, and he is dead. And there it is. He's got a knocker, but he does get the knockup. Does the shield help him? It does! And Matt takes round 1.
Tristan really showing up here in style, showing that he is a potential winner of the tournament, potentially vying for that first place later on. But if he's going to do that, he's going to have to do it against Matt again. And that Matt's first death in the league so far.
Showing a little bit of weakness.
I'm not going to lie, I think he's a little bit overconfident after 2 very, very confident victories from him. And Tristan, tops, hats off to you. Well done. You didn't win, but you made the god bleed. Yeah, that's exactly it. You can see that he has a weakness. We can see that you can actually fight him in these first rounds. But that's Matt's 3rd one or 2nd one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's his third win.
Is that his 3rd? Yeah, so he is through. He's already made it through past the Swiss stage, if I'm not mistaken. Because
essentially, yeah, if you win your first 3 games in the Swiss stage, it's a Swiss of 5 rounds. Yeah, he's guaranteed one of the playoff positions into the semi-final. So our first semi-finalist, Matt, over here. He's still
Congratulations.
Got 2 more, yeah, congrats. It's still 2 more matches before then, and still some time to start earning some points for his department. And on that note, before any of the scores happen tonight, just a rundown of the standings, for the actual departments. Urban X sitting at 8 points, First Net sitting at 7, and then AT.
You can see who the gamers are.
Yeah, AT Technology, Advanced Technology and Marketplace sitting at 5, alongside First Digital with 5 points as well. And then we have AVAC and Internal IT, which is combined for this league. So, Urban X, First Net, really pushing the boundaries here of how far that lead maybe potentially can get. But MQ, Kuberin for AT here tonight, and Jan for Internal IT, and James for First Digital. I want to see how they do, and maybe we'll see the scoreline change in the standings for the departments. But we have our next game coming up shortly. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back with the next game. After that match, that banger of a match from Matt, and Tristan, really, I want to see more of Tristan's games here. I really enjoyed someone who can take the fight back to Matt, and we're jumping right into the next match here versus Damien and Andrew.
Bans.
No bans on the
again.
other side, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So again, you know, cards on the table. They're saying, come at me. Tristan took that fight last time, and he got a Camille shoved up his behind, so I don't think he was very happy about that. So yeah, we're gonna see no bans coming again. People really just laying it out on the table. They just want to play whatever. A hover over an Akali and a Katarina. Fenga, are we gonna have an assassin meetup?
I'm so excited about this. The cat's locked
Oh.
in. Oh, come on, Damien. Give us the game we want to see. An assassin versus assassin would be so much fun, especially with Cat, who needs to dive in to get the damage done. But then you have the Akali, who has the ability to disengage and pick her fights.
Yeah, but
I'm
the thing
really
is, the Akali
excited about this.
Shroud, the Akali Shroud's not going to really negate any of that Katarina R. So he's going to have to do a lot of work. I feel like Katarina, especially, because not really useful until level 6, unless he's able to really bounce off those blades and get those resets. And yes, we
There's
got
the
it.
game.
We got the Akali versus Katarina, the double assassin duo. Fighting it out here for on the Howling Abyss. So let's see who can get the victory on top of each other. It's just basically mechanical. This is all it is. Who can be a better mechanical player? Who can really get the resets off better, play the damage, and also build better? Because it's for an assassin, you're not really much without your items. It's really, really item-driven game. It's really, really item-driven characters. And the only way I see Katarina winning this is if he bounces off his blades quite well, gets the resets, and takes the Akali. But the Shroud is going to be an absolute menace to deal with.
I'm so excited for this matchup. Damien has been putting in the time. I know he has been wanting to prove himself here at the I almost said at Worlds at this After
This is
Dark
Worlds.
League. Yeah. This is it,
FT
guys.
Nexus Worlds, every 1,000 rand. Let's go.
T1 Volth over here versus. We got some good sportsmanship here with the little bit of a dance. Probably
Yeah,
what we were
now we're
expecting.
getting the UFC fist bumps. This is exactly what I was talking about in the last game. 47. Okay, Mr. Raven has played just a little bit of Katarina, so I think Volty's in a little bit of danger here. That's a pretty big emblem to be blasting at your enemy. I feel like if you're that Akali right now, I'd be a little bit worried. Mr. Raven seems to know this champion quite well. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Very slow start, just a little bit of already, you see, he's already getting those bouncing blades, already getting those E-procs, and there's so much damage, and already Akali almost half HP. Does use the Mist Shroud, rather wants to go play defensively, get this, make sure he's got the minions, make sure he's got just assistance going into this, but Katarina already looking on top of things.
Yeah, I think the cat knows how to bully based off of that bouncing blade, whereas the Akali used to being able to step back a little bit, and here having absolutely no room to do anything. A little bit cornered there, but Andrew giving Damien a little bit of respect there and not diving down. But Andrew coming out in a bit of a bully mode this game after the last stream where he took it slower.
Yeah, it's just control. That's all it is. He doesn't need to make any mistakes. He doesn't need to really go for much. Does get the electrocute proc, and Volt is just so low right now. He can even go for the dive. I'd say he can even kill him, yeah, but decides against it. He has the health. He has the skill to actually do it, but again, as you say, just playing quite safe. And I feel like it's a little bit too safe, but there it is.
The knight.
Is he gonna burn it? He's going
gets
in.
2 hits from the tower. The second tower hit actually not going down, but Andrew confidently pushing him forward, putting down the ignite, and then Damien going for the re-engage, expecting an opportunity to maybe do some damage, do some return damage to the health bar. And Damien
does he get the
not going to
execute?
get... Oh,
He
he gets the
doesn't.
kill! He gets that one back, so easy in chat over there from our Akali player. The player that wins this fight is going to be the one that's patient, because where Damien is skilled, clearly has an idea of how to play as Akali, he is a little bit too focused on getting those creeps, like getting that CS score up. Whereas Andrew's quite happy to wait for that cooldown on bouncing blades, drop it down, do an electrocute hit, move back forward. Here's some aggression, but not
very
going
good
to do
use
much.
of very good use of the shuriken there to just get out of that sort of E range, but ends up going back into it, so didn't really do too much there, but it's all just controlled there. He's going to be able to steal the heal. Actually going to go for the fight. Your Volt already very, very low. Miss Raven, he has the ult, he can end it, yeah, but he's honestly going to play it safe. It does so much work. Almost gets the execute his Volt. He could have ended it there. Mr. Raven could have lost the round there. Remember, it is 1-1. Whoever gets this next kill can basically win this round. He's actually going to go for it. Doesn't get too much of it. He doesn't end up going back. And Bolt is so low. Miss Raven finishes it off with the Q and barely walks away from this round.
Absolutely crazy as the cat comes through. And again, what did I just said? Patience. That's who's going to win this fight. And Damien feeling that win within his grasp. Just getting a little bit too impatient and pushing under within that range of that ulti, and then going back after just getting out of the range. I think it was a bit braver than necessary.
Yeah, I feel like if you didn't take too much damage from that ulti, if you maybe eat a little bit sooner, got out of the fight, not eat back into the ulti, I think you would have had a much better time. But that was just control. I just have to say that although it did look close, although Mr. Raven was actually almost very close to losing it there, I feel like if he didn't flash in that last second after the second Akali ult, I feel like he might have actually lost the round there. But he ends up getting away, playing it safe, waiting for some health potions, just giving some more health back. And then obviously just ran it in, got his ult. Akali just could not do anything. And the Katarina ends up winning it barely, but still won it.
Yeah, I think that's the assassin fight we wanted to see. Exciting back and forth. And even the swing of who's going to win this. It was quite nail-biting, actually. And I'd like to big props to Andrew and Damien for giving us that quick match. But good
It was a
match.
treat. It was a treat.
It was a little snack.
Exactly. A little bite, a little munch, a little nom there. That was lovely to see out of the two of them. They really, I have to say, for someone who doesn't really play League that much, he played Akali quite well. Akali is not an easy champion, especially with the new update. Well, I say new update, it's been like years now, but you know what I mean. Yeah. If everyone remembers the OG Akali where you just press Q and spammed R, but now it's actually a very technical champion. You got to play it well to actually do it, to be effective on the champion. But I have to say, Vault actually played that quite well against a tournament favorite, none other than Most Raven, one of the ones set to actually win this whole thing, and actually made it pretty close. Yes, he got a kill off an execute, but then made that second part very, very, very daunting there for Most Raven. He could have lost it there.
Yeah, and I'd just like to take a moment to welcome any viewers just joining us. We have a show match a little bit later on where we're going to do a little bit of an open ARAM mayhem for those who would like to join in. So if you'd like to join, just say join in chat. We'll get the league officiates to just monitor the chat and try and contact you for your details. They'll probably send an invite link in the chat to join in game. But for now, we're just going to a short break and we'll be right back.
Cracky. Cracky.
And we're back. We've got our next match coming up soon. It's going to be Hendrik versus MQ. A big happy birthday to our Mr. MQ, Mr. Drip Goblins
Happy
himself.
birthday to
How
you.
dare someone
I was
kick him.
told not
F's in
to
chat.
not to sing, but I have to do it, of course, at least for the first line. But I'm not going to torture everyone, all these poor souls in the chat, with my terrible voice. So happy birthday, Manku, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Let's put it that way.
MQ, well done on getting through another year of this life. Well done. But MQ,
Well done, bro. The petrol prices, bro.
but MQ out here with no bans. We've got a Volibear, a Tryndamere, and I missed the third ban out of Hendrik, Ari. So good bans all around. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. Hendrik again, very new to the game, joining this game for this league, heard about the league, installed the game. So very, very brave to just pop in against players who are going to be excited to be playing this against others for the challenge. He's here for the funds.
There we go.
And
yeah, this is probably one of the most one-sided games we're going to get. Unfortunately, we can't sugarcoat something like this. It's going to be an absolute walkthrough. I don't think Volk is going to be able to do too much. We see another Malphite come out. It seems to be a very, I'm not going to say noob friendly, but new player friendly type champion is Malphite. But I mean, we can all attest to that. I think my first game I ever played was Vayne, and I went 0-23. If anyone remembers the 3v3 Twisted Tree Line days, yeah, that was the first game I ever played, and I got absolutely smacked.
I can't tell you the first game that I played, but I can tell you that it was Vayne, and it was at least 4 Phantom Dances.
Vayne?
Yep, 4 Phantom Dances though.
Okay. Well, I mean, it actually works if you think of it. That used to be one of the actual back when Phantom Dancer was like top tier sort of
And it's
item.
stacked.
They used to stack
Evasion, back with Evasion and Master Yi with like 3 of those as well.
You go one eye edge, you go an infinity edge, and you just stack your S Phantom Dancers, and they dominate it, dude. The movement speed, the attack speed, the full crit, you could not do anything against it. But we seem to be hovering. Oh, we can have a mirror match. Oh, come on. It was so close. He hovered that Malphite. We would have first had our first natural mirror match,
yeah.
but ends up going the Heimerdinger. Interesting choice. That's the sort of champion that I would say would go for a turret push, harassment, maybe farm. Not really much of a killer.
Yeah, look, I was just shaking off some rust myself, playing some 1v1s, trying to test my own mettle, figure out how.
And he didn't
what to
even
expect.
invite me.
I know, it's so rude. But I played Heimerdinger into a champion, and Heimerdinger's insane, especially going into a melee champ like Malphite. Unless Malphite sits back, doesn't go for that farm, he's going to leave the farm the hell alone. Wait for the stack of the turrets, and then just ulti on the stack of turrets, hopefully catching the Heimerdinger at the same time. Dropping the payload of all the damage, then he has a chance. But I don't see a world where he tries to go in for an ulti, gets stunned afterwards, 3 empowered turret hits, and he has health left after that. I just don't see it.
No. Yeah, it is a bit squishy versus a tank, but it does depend on what Volk decides to build. He did go for the electrocute, so that tells me he wants to go for sort of an R spam sort of I'm gonna mess you up type build, but Heimerdinger can counter that quite well. I think you can even build a I forget the name, a shield, a spell shield, relatively early, and that sort of negates anything a Malphite can do to you, because everything just relies on his ult. So I do see Heimerdinger obviously taking this just out of the skill disparity that we have here. Volk is not a seasoned player. Drip Goblins has played more than I have, probably knows more of the game than I do, and it's going to be a little bit of a test here for Malphite to see if he can even get a kill. I think we can even be surprised or be actually quite proud of him for getting a kill against someone like Drip Goblins, one of the favorites of the tournament. We have Matt, we have Mr. Raven, maybe those are the same people. I do apologize, I don't know the names very 100%. And then obviously Drip Goblins is also one of the players to win this thing, or at least come second. So I don't see a world where the Malphite will come up on top, but we can be very surprised if he gets a kill.
Yeah, look, Hendrik said to me that this was the champion he was going to put all his time into trying to learn, trying to figure out if he can get anywhere with it. And if he does win any match, it's going to be this one. Technically, he won his other match, and there's the empowered hits
walk straight
already.
into it.
Not much with the passive pop there, so that's okay. But technically, he won his bye against Dian. But yeah, this is, like you said, MQ is potentially one of the favorites. Going into the playoffs. If anyone, Hendrik could potentially be beating though out of the top 3-4 contenders. I think it would be MQ. Hunting's kind of squishy. There's an opportunity,
If this
but not with
Malphite,
that.
oh, that's so much damage. Gets the tower empowerment, gets exhausted out of existence. Yeah, Heimerdinger doing a lot of work on that Malphite. Malphite running almost all the way back to base to get his health back, but he can't do that in this mode. Don't know if he knows that, but yeah, the Heimerdinger is absolutely doing work here. I believe if the Malphite actually plays a little bit slowly, waits for his R, he can actually win here. He's quite healthy, does quite a lot of damage, but he's just getting absolutely melted down. Yeah. Drip Goblin's not giving him a second to breathe here. And this turret, if he's not careful, could actually go down on the first wave. Malphite needs to get in there, needs to do something, does end up going for the fight, but these turrets are going to absolutely decimate him. Drip Goblins with the first kill.
Yeah, solid attempt out of the Malphite to try and mitigate what was happening to his tower there, but I don't know if he's going to get an opportunity. He's got 3 seconds to get back, so he should be able to get back in time. But, like, Hami's got his level 6 now. He's just going to put down the big turret the next time Malphite walks up to him, and GG out. Like you say, if had Hendrik waited for his ulti, this might have been a more fair fight. Yeah. And that's something we just don't see from players. They don't wait for their level 6. They try and fight before them.
Yeah, you see the Malphite is a 6 player. He does actually have it. He can actually take the kill here, but he's just taking long to really make up his mind what he wants to do. Does get the electrocute prop. This is very, very close. If Malphite is not careful, he can actually go down here. And he does. That is a very quick game. 3 minutes on the clock here. Drip Goblins takes it 2-0.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it's not saying we predicted that, but there was never going to be any quarter given by the Heimerdinger in this game. MQ seeing an opportunity, trying to just bait Hendrik a little bit deeper into the fight there. And Hendrik, if he had leveled up his ulti, I think he would have taken that fight. Not the whole game, but at least that fight.
Are you really gonna hit me with Heimer Stinger on a Tuesday
It's a
night?
skin name. What's up with you?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. As you said, I think we kind of predicted that. I do believe the Malphite actually could have gotten the kill there if he just. I don't know if he maybe just accidentally didn't put a pointer to his R. Or what? I'm not certain.
I did take a look and I saw that it wasn't on cooldown or wasn't available. So I don't think he'd leveled it up
Maybe a misclick. Maybe a misclick. Yeah. So unfortunately, he didn't have his R in that second that second attempt at the Heimer Stinger. So unfortunately, Heimerdinger does just blow him up, break him down,
Just
do whatever
boom.
you want to do. It's
Yeah.
nothing the Malfa could have already done in that situation. And yeah, Goblins on his birthday.
Yeah,
takes
he
the
gets a
round.
win on his birthday. Well done, Mr. MQ,
There we go.
birthday boy. We're going to go to a short break. Remember, if you want to join that show match a little bit later, probably in about 20 minutes to half an hour, just pop join in the chat. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We'll be right back after this video.
Break your body into pieces. Break your body into pieces.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final match before the show match. I just want to let you guys know, fingers at Timu again. Besides
come
that,
on.
we've got our final match on the cards. Yeah, Lashi versus Keeley. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. I will get the names correct as the days go by. So just bear with me while I say Misty's match, just so we got that down.
No, he's not. He's not. Mr. Andrew.
Okay, you see, I even get that wrong. I'm like overconfident here for no reason whatsoever. We've got no bans on the cards here. We are going to get to the final game, and then we have our show match coming by a little bit later. It is going to be a miraculous 4v4. Better than what we expected. Everyone seems to be very keen for this Mayhem showdown. It's going to be the first to the first inhib, so whoever kills the first inhib wins the round. And yeah, you got the bragging rights. Try. What are we expecting this game?
Well, Amumu apparently. This is Yun versus James. Now, James pulled out the Amumu last week Thursday, and we saw it quite effective. He got that pixel perfect bandage toss. So I'm looking to see more of that here tonight. Yun was our Zed, and he did pretty well. He just unfortunately got assassinated as well.
Well, I mean, he was versing. I can't remember who he was versing, but I know he was one of the tournament favorites. So I don't think he was gonna. He's also a player that hasn't played for a couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. So he's just getting back into it, shaking the rust off. So maybe he's shaking that rust off. He is versing the Amumu, which you did see absolutely destroy anything that came near it. So, and I'm not even going to call it a pixel perfect bandage toss. I think it was just kind of a little bit BS. I'm not going to lie. He was behind the minion on my screen. So I have no idea how that bandage toss hit, but it hit and it won him the game. He's also perfect. He got the pixel perfect ult. That is the one I can agree with. Ooh. And it seems to got the Trendemir is hovered over here. Interesting champion, interesting idea. Getting that R off, surviving as long as possible, doing as much damage as you can, and also just not dying. You know, that's pretty much the point of League of Legends, is to not die. So
the point of
he's
League
ticking
of
that box.
Legends is to get the Nexus. But
No,
yes,
it's to
not
not
dying
feed.
helps.
It's to not feed. You have 4 other people you're playing with. Do not feed. You're already doing 90%
that's
better
not how we do it.
than the half of the player base.
I was a support. That's all we did. No, I'm kidding. No, we're going
We only knew how to die.
We're going to a match with Trinemy and Amumu, and I feel like Amumu should be the favorite here, but I really, really enjoyed Tryndamere in this matchup. Well, not in this matchup, in the 1v1 playstyle, because of that ulti, because of the huge crits. It just looks so good when they come through. But he can hit that ult. If Amumu hits the ult and walks away, that's Tryndamere ult nullified. And so it really depends, I think, who is forced to drop their ulti first.
Yeah, it's a race to level 6. That's pretty much what it is. Yes, Amumu can get the double bandage toss, because now it's obviously the new update. Well, I say new update for him. It's also been a couple years, sorry. Allows you to have basically cover 2 charges of your Q. You can already lock down the Tryndamere. The Tryndamere only has 1 E to get away. So it's going to be an interesting fight. I want to see if a little bit of respect is shown here. Tryndamere just wants to dance in front of him, but Amumu ends up just walking through, taking that control, and then yeah, we're gonna have an interesting game here. I think it's actually one of the most even games we can possibly imagine. Yeah, none of them really counter each other. None of them really are stronger than the other. And sorry, one sec.
Yeah, no, I honestly, the matchup is fairly even. There's no real direct counter. There's no real favored in the matchup alone. And I see they're going for a little bit more discipline here as well. Tryndamere going through the dash through, getting the bandage toss buffered, seeing that was going to happen, and a little bit of an even trade as they both tackle each other's health bar. Tryndamere losing more, but also gets to heal off of it. And probably a little bit more of a chilled match from what we're used to seeing out of James, who's been so aggressive throughout this league. But one of the things I'm actually looking forward to here is the tower dive potential from both these champs, because yeah, Mumu can dump down quite a lot of HP. Once again, Tryndamere buffering that bandage toss and spinning to win through it. And that's a huge creep wave coming up to tower. And Mumu going to have to try and tear up and slow down. Trinimir going to try to take a couple hits on tower. He's going to try and buff it through this hopefully again. Bandage toss not going down, just finishing off the minions to slow down the tower. Imminent half HP as Trinimir done a little bit more farming there, 15 to the 9, and I think James is picking up on this, trying to prevent, or at least slow down, in the missed bandage toss, at least slow down the CS out of Yan. I like to see this discipline. I like to see the players just taking a moment to not go full aggression and just try and get that level 6. And here we see it. Young trying to do a little bit of something. Unfortunately, that's a lot of creeps that James has on his side. So without clearing that, this is going to be a lot of damage. And they're going at it. This Yun's taking the damage. We see a bandage toss maybe? No. James is quite happy to take it slow, and he goes for the HP here, but he has no mana. That's going to give him a little bit more mana back, but I think Trinimir is making the right choice here. Just go for it. Do some damage, because without the mana, more and more there's going to be a struggle for the Amumu to be able to cast his ulti, a full 100 mana cost. And without that ulti, I don't think this fight's even. I think it immediately goes in favor of Trinimir. Again, that creep score, just to highlight it. If this does continue to be the way that we see this match go, Yun being very patient, getting that farm, sitting at a nice almost 30 farm here, and the damage immediately going down. He buffers through, he's going to hit that ulti shortly. Surely, he puts down the ignite and he just does nothing. He keeps it, he holds on to it. He's quite happy to just do that damage, pop some health potions, and go back to under his tower. That's some really quality discipline coming out of both these players here. And also very little damage done to Trinimir's tower. We can see that he's been clearing out these creeps. He's got the 30 farm, just shy of that 31 now. Now he should have it. And although that health bar is a little bit lower, don't let that deceive you. Trinimir's ulti allows him to become undying for a short bit, and he's surely going to use that to his benefit. And as he pops every auto hit that he gets, he can heal up a little bit as well. So that red bar underneath him. Here's the bandage toss. The tears are up. A little bit of a tantrum, but that's not going to do too much. There's the bandage toss again. Trinimir is slowing it down. I think that this is the moment he's going to go for it. He's got the chicken. He's got the ignite. There's the flash. He's got the ulti. Unfortunately, maybe not worth popping the ulti right then and there. But there's very little HP on that Amumu now, and a whole lot of farm on the Tryndamere. A healthy Tryndamere. I think this is the first match of the night where we're getting to see an opportunity for the patience to play out. Tryndamere doing so much damage to James. James, not a veteran, if I could say it that way, to League of Legends, but he's really getting ousted here. If he doesn't clear this wave, this tower's gone. This is just gonna go. That's game! First blood on a tower, and followed shortly by first blood onto Amumu. And yeah, that's just gonna be what it is. Unfortunately, that's game. James losing that. Yun winning one for Team IT and the AVAC team. So well done to him. Very good game all round. We're going to take a short break while I wait for my co-caster to join me for the next match. And then next match, just so everyone's aware, is going to be that show match. So we're done with all our main league matches here. Just to recap, Tristan lost out to Matt, but gave him his first death of the tournament. Damien lost out to Andrew in a nail-biting finish. MQ went scorched earth on Hendrik, and now James has just lost to Yun in quite a decisive fight, I'll be honest, because that really wasn't close towards the end there. Unfortunately, Kubarin is not going to be able to join us here tonight, so Ozzy's going to receive a free win. So yeah, after this short break, we're going to be going into the show match. Again, if you want to join, just pop join in chat, and again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Everybody,
we're going to be going to our 4v4 Mayhem ARAM in just a minute, but let's give a quick recap for my Captain AFK here for those who may have missed it. No, so that was an absolute banger of a game coming out of Yun and James, and just when I thought James was super confident, probably the favorite for the match, James just kind of, he was too disciplined, or too patient, if you might say that. Yun just practiced patience, took out the creeps, took down the tower, and almost got a kill or two along the way. And then when it came down to it, he just walked up to the tower and finished it because Tryndamere hits so hard. What can you do?
He does get that extra AD buff at the end. The lower his health goes, he gets, I believe, I can't remember if it's a crit buff.
That's a crit
or an
buff,
AD
I believe.
buff. It's one of the two. I think your crit buff comes with your rage bar, and then your health buff comes with the less health you have, the more AD you get. I believe it's that way. So basically, if he's basically low health, full rage bar, you're done. It's over.
100%.
That's just how Tryndamere unfortunately works. So, as you say, he just kind of walked over, decked the tower, and won the game. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly thought the Mumu was going to take it.
Yeah, I was also, especially after James's patience taking it out last week. Now going into the Mayhem, it's going to be Mayhem. We have Riven, Jax, Warwick, and Hui versus Fiddlesticks, Alistair, Rek'Sai, and Garen. I don't know how I feel about any of this.
Hold on, Try. They can still change their champions as they go. I don't know if anyone knows that, but this is an ARAM. If anyone knows how ARAM works, it's all random, all mid, meaning you don't pick a champion gets picked for you. Everyone runs down mid, and whoever slaps each other harder wins, essentially. So what we got here is, as you say, they've locked in now. They've chosen their champions. We got the Riven, we got a Wukong, we got a very all-in style here for. We have to give them team names. Try. We have to give them team names. What are our team names?
Okay, give me a second. Okay, so we've got Matt, Damien, and I think Tristan all on the same side. Unfortunately, I can't see their names anymore. But let's call Team Syndra, Syndra and the Wukong Hui. Let's call them. I don't know.
We just call them Team Syndra, Team Syndra, and Team Ash. Red versus blue. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
red versus blue.
There we go. T1 versus Invictus Gaming. Okay. Here on the World Finals, according to Finger here.
Exactly.
So. Riven, Wukong, Syndra, and a Hui. A very, very well balanced match here. I have to say that for, I believe it's the blue team. All in, mixed with a good back AP sort of poke all in style. And then we got the RE, the Fiddlesticks, the Zac, and the Ash. So Zac gonna have to be doing a lot of work there in the front line to be able to take this sort of round. It is Mayhem. For those of you who don't know, everyone's going to get random augments at certain levels. I believe it's 3, 6, 9, and 12. And those augments can empower your champion, could decimate others, could just do a lot of work. We'll try and keep tabs of who has what augments, but it's going to be difficult. You're just going to see things flying around everywhere and just know that people are having fun.
Yeah, this is going to be an absolutely crazy game, and unfortunately our overlay isn't designed for anything outside of the 1v1, so chat's not going to get to see the build unless I guess. And
I'm not able to see what augments people have, so we're just going to guess here.
Yeah, so we're going to take the guess. Team Red, that's going to be our Zac, Fiddlesticks, Ari, and Ash. Going into, Team Blue, which is going to be that Syndra. I like the Syndra in this scenario. The Hui, the Wukong. A little bit of a fail flash there, I guess, maybe just for intimidation.
Yeah. If you see an Ash flashing towards you, you know something's wrong. Mr. Raven there, just throwing a little bit of banter around. He knows that flashbangs are... Flashbangs, wow. I played too much Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. Riven flashing back out, a little bit of damage, a little bit of poke back and forth here. For those of you who don't know the rules, this isn't a kill game, this isn't a tower game, it is an inhibitor game. Basically, for those who don't know, it's the mini Nexus. It's the one that you see there at the bottom left on the map. It's the one before the two towers. That is called the inhibitor. And we got a lot of fighting going on here. Zac already doing a lot of work in the front line. He's gonna need to get very, very healthy very, very quickly. He's the only frontline champion the red team has, and already taken down so low. Riven needs to be careful. That health bar is not gonna help him But just a little bit of testing the waters here between each team, seeing where they're sitting at, where getting a bit of pokes down. That's the pop-off from the Poros doing a lot of work there.
Yeah, the red team's looking very low on the health bars here. I think the Zach was trying to bait there. A little bit aggressive from the Wukong. That's going to be first blood for sure. Wukong goes down to Ash. Zach almost stealing it, getting some of the health back on the blobs there. And first blood to Team Red.
Yeah, a little bit over-eager there from the Wukong. A little bit over-eager there. I don't know what he expected eating into 4 people, and the RE is doing a lot of work. Does get the E off. Will be able to bring him forward, but nobody really capitalizing on that stun. But at the end of the day, red team's health bar is very, very low. They did get the first kill. Wukong's already back on the map. So it's a little bit dicey here. Mr. Raven is going to have to do a lot of work on this Ashe. I don't know if he's going to go like a sort of an AP build, an AD build, if he's going to go for attack speed. It's a very interesting idea.
And this Fiddles is probably just so close to dead right there. The Ari taking a hit from Syndra there as well. Their health bars are not looking great, and they don't seem to be able to have a way back to their HP pickup in front of the towers. They're just that damage, but it is working for them. The Syndra is getting the max stunned there, and it's scary. Oh, that's going to take out the Fiddlesticks with the snowball. Way getting a kill. There's another kill potentially going on to Ash here, but not enough. Wukong getting dragged on tower, and he's gone under the tower. Zach baiting again, but the second kill to the way on the Ash.
Oh, those Poros are absolutely doing work here for the way. He really picked a decent augment there. Look at that. Anytime he hits anyone after some time, he just whacks them with some Poros. It's such a long distance, and he's just stacking up the damage there. Syndra poking them off, getting them out of here. And red team really need to do work to get back back into this game. Although, does see 2-2. The Riven is going to end up going in. Doesn't get the execute on his R. Does take the last tower hits, and it's ended. They're getting so greedy here. Is blue team. Syndra not able to find the ult. Ari takes him down, and that is 4-2.
Yeah, but the Ari now going down instantly to the Syndra and the Wukong. Maybe thinking that the Wukong was still there. The Fiddle's ult comes out. Body turn as he gets a kill. Well, Ash still getting all the kills. Ash getting fed. Fiddle's running out, but the Zac now going in with his ulti, trying to bounce up to prevent his own death. I don't think his passive has popped yet. He's still baiting them all in. The Fiddles are stealing health bars, and Riven trying to do what she can, and taking out Fiddles. The Ignite down won't do anything. Looking like Ash will go down to consolidate prize, and Zac walking away with almost nothing over there.
Finger, dude. These guys aren't even on the same team. They don't play on the same team. They never play with each other. These are players that have never really, played in these sort of environments, especially with each other. We're usually seeing absolute synergy here. The Fiddlesticks ult getting off the fear, and then followed up with the Ashe was just absolutely beautiful. And even on the disengage, still somehow finds the kill. And although we gave blue team props on their team comp, right now red is just being so aggressive, and he's winning these fights. Zac goes in. Is he able to get the follow-up stun? He's just absolutely being bounced around. Syndra gets taken down. It is now a 4v3. The Ashe is running after the Riven, but not able to get the damage done. Only has attack speed items, and so far red team really showing their chops here in this game.
Yeah, red team coming back in fine fashion. It's now 7-5 in their favor.
Oh, beautiful.
The Riven goes forward, tries to ulti with that flash, and it doesn't quite work out, but she doesn't die either. The Zac is so low, his passive's popped, and he's down, and the Wukong's still hungry for more kills, but the Fiddles can walk away from that. Riven, I'm very surprised that she got to walk away from that fight.
Okay, so I did say that the Zac needed to be a frontline here, but I'm seeing the Syndra take a little bit of damage, but not too much damage. I thought honestly the Fiddlesticks RE combo would have done a lot more than that, but ends up going down as the Fiddlesticks. But I did say the Zac needed to, as the arrow just flies wide, needs to go a little bit of a frontline build, but he's going full AP, Finger. He's got the Andrews Torment. He's going for the Spectre's Cowl. As we do see Mist Raven finally going down there. I think it was overdue. He's done a lot of work here. Zac does end up going in. He is the AP build, but he's still quite tanky. Ari pops the ult. Does he get it down? Gets the second back on the queue, but now in no man's land is this Riven, and ends up going down. This is an absolute slap fest out of these two teams.
Yeah, and the blue team now taking one kill back for the lead. at 9-8, and that was a really good engage from the Zac, and the follow-up again from red team has been spectacular. Blue team managing to mitigate and come out on top, but now just kind of sort of hitting a lull as we wait for the players to come back, wait for the creeps to respawn, the wave is cleared. I favor the late game of blue team, especially with the likes of the Hui, but I'm very curious about that Zac going with some AP damage for Leandri's Torment. What take?
Oh, down goes Miss Raven. Just really could not do anything in that. Just gets absolutely decimated there. But as you say, I was not expecting the Zac to go a little bit of a tanky build. It's very interesting. I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to go for an AP build. My apologies. But he really is kind of pulling it off. Red team's doing relatively well. I say 10-8. They're out about a K down in gold. At this point, it doesn't really matter. 1,000 gold doesn't really do much, and that is a perfect stun. But the turret does end up going down. Fiddlesticks left in this fight. Does pop the ulti from the Wukong. He's going to get the second proc. Gets the knock up. Is he able to follow it up? He is stunned, but he's going to pop the W. Try and get some health back, and he's just not able to. There's no follow-up. There's no damage out of this red team. We're giving them props, but they seem to be falling off a little bit here. Lima gets absolutely taken down. Is able to trade with his ult. Riven goes in, but Riven will die to the tower. Ash picks up that kill, and there is just so much back and forth between these two teams. Wukong now trying to get into the fight. Miss Raven's going for it, but the Poros finishing him off, and that is an ace for Team Blue.
Yeah, Team Blue coming out on top there, managing to take out the full enemy red team. Red team getting a little bit of tit-to-tat there, but just 2 kills to the 4 kills of blue team. Blue team seem to be getting a bit of a snowball going on, a little bit of a runaway train as they seem to be stacking there. Mist Raven trying to do what he can, really popping off towards the end of that fight, but the Wukong sizing him up, taking him out. Ari going really deep here. That's a bad decision, but not getting punished for it yet.
No, he's living here, but now the Fiddlesticks does get the double kill. That ulti doing much work for him. Somehow, the Ari runs in 1v4, survives, gets absolutely blasted. There was so much damage on the Ashe. I think that was just a QE combo, and I think it almost one-shot him. I don't know if he's got a crit Meister or something yet.
Oh, that's a stun from the Ashe.
That's a beautiful mound. That's a beautiful play out of the red team. Pull up with the Ashe R. Zac finishes it off, and that is a wonderful kill, but Syndra's damage is now really ramping up. I just need to break down that fight there, Finger.
I really wish we had an instant replay.
Yeah, well, aren't you the production manager?
Oh, gosh.
Anyways, Riven now going in for the fight. We can't have time to talk yet, Try. They're just fighting and fighting and fighting. Riven, 1v3, gets a double kill. Now Zac in a very awkward position. Will end up going down to the way ult, and a little bit awkward there, but I just want to go back here to the Ari fight.
Yeah.
The 1v4 try, and someone walks in, someone still gets out. These team just absolutely wipes them. I think blue team just wasn't ready for it. It's like, what is this Ari doing? And next thing you know, they get wiped. I don't even think they got the kill. And then Sundra gets a little bit of a payback, getting the 2 kills, but then, yeah, it was just an absolute walkover from red team.
Yeah, the Ari going in, really starting up that fight in a way that did not seem like a good choice. And then the Zac follow-up. I'm liking that the Zac isn't initiating. He's waiting for that opportunity to catch the blue team out. Wait for them to make a mistake. You don't always need to be the initiator, but here he's proving me wrong. Class of Curse, he's going for the ult. Fiddle ult going in. Ari almost going down, but Fiddle's doing so much damage. He might go down himself as he takes down Wukong. And then blue team falling apart here, but so is red team.
Yeah, but the Zac does have the passive. Yeah, he's going to absolutely decimate it. These Ashe ults have been absolutely crucial for red team. The follow-ups, the everything. I feel like Fiddle got a perfect ult there, but there was just no damage. That's the problem that I'm seeing out of red team. They just have no follow-up, and blue team is the one with the damage, but they don't seem to have a lot of cohesion. They're not really playing well with each other. Mist Raven will go down here to the turret. It does try to do as much damage as he can, but ends up dying. Way getting a little bit of trading here. Lushy, I think, got something from. There's a lot of damage. Oh! What?
That
the hell
massive damage
was
coming
that?
out of there, taking out the Hui, but Syndra finishing it up, the Riven coming through, as Fiddle's ult going in, fearing
again.
everyone, Wukong looks like he's
Again.
dead, but he makes it out. Fiddles doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do anything without any backup from his team, and Riven finishing that off. We're just trying to catch our breath here. This match just is the match. I know it's mayhem, but it really is the match that keeps on giving. We're 22
Living up to its
18. That's what 40 kills already, and there's still only 1k gold difference between red and blue team.
Yeah, but the Syndra is dangerous. You cannot get knocked with that EQ
So
combo.
much
You'll get
damage out of that
absolutely
Syndra
Riven.
Q. And Riven not looking too good. Ash finishing her off, but also dying for her efforts. Riven trying the best to stay alive here.
Surviving.
So much damage, consistently staying alive. It's so very impressive, actually. And eventually going down to the Zac, who's a little bit more tanky now after a couple of items.
Yeah, he rushed at Lianji Torment first, but I don't know if his team maybe blasted him or if that was his play all along. We don't know. But ends up going a full tank. That's exactly what red team needs.
The mic, unfortunately, has dropped to a lower volume, so we're just waiting for JD to fix that one. As we go back into this series here, this fight. JD, tell me what you think of what just happened. I don't know if you're back with us. Unfortunately not, but...
Oh, we back.
Yeah, no, there you are. Okay, give me your thoughts, sir.
we live. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I seem to be having a night tonight. But yeah, Mayhem living up to its reputation. Yeah, Syndra is actually the saving grace here for Blue. I feel like he's done a lot of work as Lima. He's very underrated, and even Hui gives a little bit of a banter to him on the old chat there. Fiddlesticks goes in with the R, does get the stun off, but there's just no follow-up from the team, and that results in them being able to get so much damage on him, but Riven ends up going up alone, does end up getting killed. Again, another Syndra. That is the danger man here for blue team. Finally kills the Zac, but it is for nothing as 3 for 1 for red team.
And Hui now going to have to try and see if he can survive. Getting under tower by the Ash. The Ash is just going to ulti up. Oh, no, ulti's already down. Miss Raven finishing off Hui. Hui not actually doing anything in that fight after the initial drop. And unfortunately, red just seems to be dominating now. They've taken back the lead with 25 to 24. And it kind of rests on the shoulders of Andrew here.
Yeah, but we know Syndra is that danger man now. Riven does end up trying to go in, does end up getting the kill. Follows up with the snowball, but now he's got in it. Oh, I feel like if he was given a second there, he could have absolutely drained the health of those around him, but ends up getting one shot from the Syndra R, and now Lashi forced to retreat in his 1v4.
Zac's coming in.
He's going to have to wait for his team, but Zac should not go in. This is not a good play. He's left alone in the 1v4. Not the greatest decision making, but... does end up going down. They at least get something from it. The Wukong ends up going down as well, and I don't know, not the greatest idea from Zac, I have to say. Could have waited for his team there, could have played a little bit slow, defend the tower, but now Ari in a lot of damage. He's in a lot of pain right now. Does have the ult, but the way hold is gonna help off. The powers come in, grab the kill. Riven is traded off, and this is just non-stop action, Finger.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were expecting, but now it's 28-28 on both sides. The gold is dead even. The towers are 2-1, and yeah, it's exactly what we expected. Ash is doing serious work here, trying to carry the team on their shoulders. The Riven getting a little bit hungry there, going for the kills, but like you say, Syndra 13-8 with versus Andrew's 13-10 on Ash. Syndra definitely the one to watch in the coming fights.
Yeah, but I feel like if Syndra knocks any one of the backline, not the Zac, he will be fine. But any one of those ones get knocked with an EQ combo, I think it's just dead. It's down. I think he's got a lot of crit damage on those ultis there. Wukong not able to do too much here. It does end up going down. Fiddlesticks is melting the health bar of that Riven. You got lots of work to do. Riven not going to be able to do too much here. What left in 1v3 does get the post kill. Will he be able to get the health back? Way not helping them at all. And Riven goes down. Red team, I think 3 kills to 2.
Yeah, that seems about right. The way they're trying to see what he can do, the inhib, the win condition here, being knocked down as
it's so
Damien
close.
steps back. He's a little bit scared, but he doesn't know what to do. He needs to defend this. Oh, this is match right here. The Hui, unfortunately, being not certain of that last fight. The Riven going in, trying to make it all work. Wukong's here, and I think this is just game.
They're playing with the food, but it does look like it's done. The Asher comes in, salt in the wounds, and Red Team takes the show match, rips it through, and wins it for the Knights. What a game.
What a game indeed, and they're going to play on because I think they're just having too much fun. I was having too much fun with that. I couldn't really focus on saying words when there was just so much on screen. It was such a great game. I kind of wish that I had been part of this match. It was good fun. But yes, great match from the players. Thank you for everyone who joined on the stream here tonight. We have our next one on Thursday. That will be the 4th round of the Swiss stage. And then we go into our 5th round next week, Tuesday. And then the playoffs next week, Thursday. So this Thursday, join us again, 7 p.m. John, how do you feel about the matches we saw here today? Let's just do a quick recap on these matches.
Well, I think quick is the word of the night here, Try. We just flew through all of them. None of them really were playing around. No one really wanted to just play with their food or really take their time with this. Everything was rushed. Everything was done. And yeah, I just have to give it to the players who won tonight. I feel like a lot of the games were close. The only one I can feel like was more one-sided. Obviously, unfortunately, I wasn't here for the last game. But the Heimerdinger Malphite game was the only really one-sided game we saw. Although we can say there were tournament favorites, there were players we were expecting not to win or not to get very close with the round. The games were very close. The Katarina Akali one, very close. Could have ended right there after a good ult, but lovely flash shot of the Katarina to get out of that fight. I didn't see the Tryndamere Heimerdinger one, and I am forgetting the other game that we played. It was the... Which one was it?
Yeah, the Tristan Matt was I forget. Was the one where you
You see, not just me.
I've just fumbled my words there. But yes, no, the Matt Tristan game was my favorite game of the night. Like, I really enjoyed it. The Akali into the Katarina with Damien, but
Yes.
the Tristan Matt game where we finally saw Matt die, and the reason I keep forgetting.
Yes,
it's the newer champ, Zahen. I couldn't remember his
yes.
name. Going into Matt's champ, which I spent all my energy on remembering Zahen. Okay, that was me. But the first time we saw Matt actually take a death in the league, and that was really interesting. And then MQ's match was a little bit one-sided.
It was the Camille. It was the Camille.
The Camille, yes.
Here we are.
And the MQ birthday boy getting his win, and then James and Yun winning his first match of the league. Getting some more points on Tryndamere.
In a 1v1.
Tryndamere and Camille are actually surprisingly underpicked for this league, 1v1 league so far. So, I don't know. Jono, what are you expecting to see next week? Because next week we've got MQ versus Tristan.
Interesting.
We've got Yun versus Damien. And after Yun showing here tonight, I'm leaning towards Yun. I'm not going to lie.
And then, he's really shaking off that rust.
Yeah, and then Ozzy versus Hendrik. And then James versus Kuberin and Andrew versus Matt. This is the finals game that we're expecting to see. The two top favorites. Like this, the favorites are there, but these are the big names, Andrew and Matt, that we're expecting to see make it all the way through to the grand finals. We're essentially getting a sneak preview of the finals next on Thursday.
Essentially, yeah. That's basically what you could say. If anyone watches Counter-Strike, it's sort of the Astralis versus Team Liquid type style when they were in their era. So we're probably going to see these two guys in the finals when it gets to it. But we have seen tonight, Try, anything can happen. Honestly, anything can happen. We saw very close games. We saw the God King bleed. And this whole system can go anywhere. Like, we've already got someone who's already made their way into the semi-finals. He's won all 3 of their matches. He can still play upset. He can still destroy anyone's hopes and dreams of getting into the playoffs. But right now he's made it. That's all he cares about. So I guess he can just mess around for the rest of the tournament. Congratulations to him. We've got a couple more guys that will need to make it there on Thursday. And then we're looking at already the finals. Try. It looks like this tournament has just absolutely gotten away from us.
I do actually want to make a note here. I just wanted to double check the standings before I said it correctly. Misraven Andrew has also won all 3 matches. He's also in the playoffs, guaranteed. So, so we're looking at Matt and Andrew in a sneak peek of the finals, playing on Thursday, going into the playoffs guaranteed already. And then it's kind of a toss-up between the next set of players: MQ, Tristan, Damien, Yun, Hendrik, Mo, and James all still have a chance to take 2 slots in the playoffs. Only one who's pretty much guaranteed not to be able to make it there now is Kubarin, but we still play throughout the playoffs. Sorry, through the Swiss stage, because every match counts towards your department. So,
and who knows, the underdog could also play upset on one of the top dogs, and they'll get a worse pull going into the playoffs. Yeah.
I really looking forward to seeing what our scoreboards look like after I do the updates for the department standings. At just a glance, I can tell you Urban X and FirstNet are definitely still going to be the top logs, with AT pulling ahead now with James's loss for FD. FD's going to fall behind on that, so they're going to stay in 4th. So I think we're pretty much going to see exactly the scoreline that we have right now, with Urban X and FirstNet being 1 and 2 in the logs for the department standings, and then AT separating themselves from that tiebreaker situation they were having with First Edge. So
trying to pull ahead,
everything's getting really interesting. I definitely not biased for MQ and Kubarin to win some more matches. That's definitely not my department.
Not at all. No.
But honestly, Jono, thank you for joining us here tonight with these matches. Everyone, thank you, viewers, for joining us. This was a lot of fun. You guys helped make this possible. And if you want to spread the word, talk to your colleagues, get more of your department members to come support their players here on the stream. Share out the link. I'll post it in chat with the website. It has the next live stream on it. And Jono, I think we'll see these guys on Thursday.
Yep. You guys have a good week. We'll see you Thursday.
Jack it up.